Alright, what's up, everybody? I know it's been a minute. It's been a couple months, but I'm still here, still alive. And yeah, I mean, this title of this video is strictly just talking about how, me being 20, I'm still trying to figure it out. I know I kind of was on a little hiatus from my last video, but I've had quite the experience in the last 3 months. Starting off 2026. And one thing I remembered when I was talking about in my other video I remember how I wanted 2026 to be memorable and how I wanted to be kind of similar to 2025. And honestly, I mean, examples just show, the work is there. And, I've, throughout those pictures, throughout those memories, throughout those experiences and times where I thought there's no way I could have a repeat year of 2025, but I just, so far so good. We're 4 months in, or 5 months in actually, of 2026, and had nothing but a blast of an experience. But I guess today this video is strictly just talking about how I'm just, still figuring out at 20 years old. I think this was my Leavenworth video talking about how the 20s is kind of the next cycle, where I guess you get your teenage years from 13 to 19, and then from 20 all the way to 26. And the reason why I brought that up is because those are two very different times that I will get to experience in my life. Being a teenager, not, having to worry about much of anything, to be honest. And then going from 20 all the way to, soon to be 26 in the next few years, having more responsibility, but at the same time also having a better experience, I would say, because I get to act on it. I am the author of my story. No one else is controlling me. No one else is influenced me in a negative way. And yeah, I feel like it's more of a freeing thing. So yeah, I had posted on my IG about basically what 2025 was all about, and it was a 20 page or a 20 picture post about pretty much everything summed up. That entire year pretty much summed up. For those of you who don't know, I had won a couple awards in the Air Force. I won third quarter Airman, and then followed by that, won Airman of the Year. Not just from my squadron, but by the group, and then not just by the group, but for the entire wing, and being the number one airman of 2025 across the entire base, which is honestly something I never thought I would even think about. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me how me, of all people, is being represented as the number one airman for that year specifically across the entire base. And mind you, this base has like 4,000 personnel, airmen, probably like 800, 900 in my rank at least. And the fact that I wasn't the number one, it just shows that, if you go through an experience like I did back before 2025, it pretty much gives you a lot of leverage to be more driven and to, go out there and chase your goals. And yeah, pretty much that's what happened to me. But not only that, I promoted to senior airman via Below the Zone. And that was literally like a month or two after I won my Airman of the Year award. And at that point, it was kind of like guaranteed, because it just wouldn't make sense for me to be the number one airman and then not be good enough to promote. Like, it just, it didn't make sense. And honestly, it was probably the only time in life where I knew something was going to be guaranteed and going to be handed to me. Yeah, I'm definitely living the dream so far. The reason why I say I am still figuring this out at my age is because there's still a lot left. There's still a lot of time left to figure out things that I want to do and things that I want to pursue in my life. you know. 'Cause I hope to achieve in this video is to kind of look back at this and realize that I still have time to do what I actually want. And the fact that I've accomplished at least like half of what I want in life already at my young age is just proof that, you know, the next couple or so years from now, it's just gonna be more and more and more and more things I'm gonna be blessed with in terms of things I'm gonna receive in my life. And more so, I'm really doing it for my 18-year-old self, because at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my 18-year-old self deciding to join, deciding to go and sacrifice a lot, and in return receive this person that you're looking at right now, and also laying the foundation towards, you know, the future me. And so I give a lot of props to him. I give a lot of props to, again, the sacrifices that I had to make at 18, and realizing that I was gonna lose a lot more than I'd realized, but I was also gonna gain a lot more in return. I lost a lot of people, friends, people that I loved, people that I thought I was gonna be with forever and ever. But in return, I got an experience that I probably would never get if I wasn't in the military, to be honest with you. Like, I wouldn't have won, you know, Airman of the Year and promoted at the same time, back to back, and then have gotten so many experiences that other people in my position would never get or only can dream of. Whether that's, you know, being part of multiple private organizations and leading people and taking on briefs and educating others on your experiences and kind of showcasing what life is like and how others can do it, and realizing that anybody can do it. Anyone can be the next Airman of the Year, you know. Anyone can be the next Below the Zone winner. Anyone can be like me, you know. But it takes a rare person to do exactly that. And I've yet to meet someone like me. But I see potential. That's kind of where I'm trying to get at. Like, I see potential. It's just, you know, it's everyone's, you know. It's everyone's for the taking. Props to me, I guess, for proving that I can do it and actually going out there and taking that rare opportunity to do that. Exactly. But yeah, going back to my 18-year-old self, like, the sacrifices and the losses that I had to endure at such a young age is just, it's not one that I would want to have someone experience again or for the first time, and it's definitely something I wouldn't want to experience myself again. But having experienced that at least like one time in my life, it just proves to me that I can do it, and that if I can do it with little to no resources, I can definitely do it with a lot more resources now. Like, one message I want to give to those that are watching is that anybody can put you through a tough time, you know. Anybody, even the most closest people you know, can put you through a tough time, or put you through a time where you start grieving about certain things. And the truth is, like, if I can grieve and if I can go through the healing process of whatever I had to heal from, then honestly the average person can do the same. Because I'm no different than you watching this video. I'm no different than person walking down the street. You know, I just so happen to be blessed in this position to where I just go out and prove to myself and prove to all the people that, you know, may not believe in me and may not see what I actually do, that, you know, I'm all about that. You know, I'm all about that drive, about that purpose, and, you know, that gift of, you know, taking opportunities and doing it at a young age. I try to inspire myself to be every single day, is to be a little bit better the next day, and also be less worried about what happened in the past, and be more focused on the opportunities that will be presented in front of me in the near future. but also kind of appreciate and kind of explore what the accomplishments you do get. You know, just experience what they given you. You know, and for me, like my goal is to start business one day when I have time, because I know I'm navigating through schooling and studying for a lot of things right now. But when I have the time, when I have the appropriate, or when it's the appropriate setting, I definitely want to start that business I was always talking about, which I will. And I have no doubt that it'll be an experience I will never forget. Still figuring out. I'm still learning a lot of things about myself. Still learning a lot of things about my past and what it has brought to me and what has taught me over the course of 2 years now, since all that stuff started. And at the end of the day, I am who I am because of what 2024 brought to me. And I am who I am because of what I had to do to get to where I am today. And again, that's why I give myself a lot of grace. And that's why sometimes I am hard on myself when it comes to not knowing certain things at that age, like not knowing I was going to get blindsided by somebody, or realizing that, a person I was with didn't feel the same way I felt, and then not realizing how that might have been, 2 years later. But again, at least I know now in a sense, but I just, can't imagine what the next couple years is going to be. The last thing I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is basically talking about what I want to do and what the next type of content is going to be. I plan on making this type of content where I'm just sitting down chatting and just kind of giving perspective and giving insight on what I think is kind of best to give. I will most likely be going to Seattle, and I'll be definitely posting that whenever that time comes, and pretty much posting any experience that is tied to that. Follow me on Instagram. It's going to be in the bio. Other than that, that's pretty much the update on me. Feel free to DM me about anything. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.